Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. So today we're gonna do a full face of NYX Cosmetics, some oldies but favorites, and also some brand new products that I have never tried before, like the contour and highlight stick and the blush sticks that just came out not too long ago, like a week or two ago. I did try them on my face today. If you do enjoy this video while you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe before you leave if you love makeup content. NYX is one of my favorite drugstore products. I've tried a lot of things from the brand. There are some hits, there are some misses. So yeah, keep watching if you want to find out more. Okay, so one thing I don't have, probably the only thing I don't have for a full face, is eyeshadows. I did do a previous full face of NYX, I don't know, over a year ago now. I will link that one down below, but I did buy a eyeshadow palette for that video and it came shattered. So I decluttered it because when something is shattered, most of the time I'm not going to reach for it, just because I don't want to deal with the mess. But I will say the quality of those eyeshadows was pretty darn good, especially for drugstore. I thought they were really good. I've only tried that one eyeshadow palette, so I can't really speak for all the eyeshadow palettes that they come out with. But that one, I will pop it up on the screen. I feel like it was like Euphoria, Euphoric, something like that. It was really good. But today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna just pop some bronzer in the crease, and I'm gonna use a colored eyeliner to create something. So the first product is the NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Light. This bronzer is pretty good. It's okay. It's not bad. I don't love the tone. Like, as you can see, it is definitely more of like a pinkish reddish undertone, which isn't like my personal favorite for an undertone, but it works okay. I'll use it. I do use it, but we're gonna use it actually on the eyes today as like a transition shade. The other thing from NYX that I really, really like are their brushes. So I have this brush. This is the number 16 brush, and it's just like a fluffy crease brush. I use this all the time to just blend a crease shade in for like a transition. It's a really soft, nice, very good quality brush. So we are gonna use this to pop this bronzer into my crease. I've already primed my eyes, by the way. I always prime my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. You've got to let me know as we're going through this video what some of your favorite products from NYX are. I feel like NYX is one of my most favorite drugstore brands. I feel like they have so many good products. So that was easy just to use in the crease. So next we're gonna go on with this eyeliner. So this is the NYX Epic Wear Liner Stick, and I have mine in the shade Intense Teal. This does not really match my shirt. I was trying to match it, but it's not even close to the same green, but that's okay. We're just gonna go with it. It's definitely much more blue. Oh well. So I'm gonna actually line my upper waterline, and I'm trying to make a wing out of this. We'll see what happens. Oh, my hair's sticking up. Why didn't you tell me? This one in particular has a slight like metallic to it. And in general, the NYX eyeliner pencils are pretty good. They're not my most favorite at the drugstore, but they're pretty darn good. My holy grail drugstore mascara is from NYX, and it is the On the Rise Volume Lift Mascara. I love this mascara. I love it. It is really volumizing, it lifts the lashes, it's not clumpy. Now, if you're looking for that wispy separated look, this is probably not the mascara for you, but I'm looking for lift and volume, and this definitely gives it to me. I absolutely love this mascara. I have a fresh tube, so I don't know how good it's going to be because I prefer when it ages a little bit, you know, aging like fine wine, like me. I'm gonna pop this on. I already primed my eyelashes with the Marc Jacobs Velvet Primer, which is no longer available. They do have an eyelash primer in this same line, so that might be something I'm interested in trying. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's pretty darn good. My lashes are sad baby lashes that grow straight down, so I feel like this mascara helps a lot. So next up, we're gonna try out a new product that I have yet to try out, and I'm probably the last person on earth to try this out, but this is the Marshmallow Primer. I got a little like 4-piece sample kit of items from NYX when I ordered a certain amount from NYX on Ulta.com. And this was one of the samples that they sent me. So I was super excited to receive a sample because I've wanted to try this. I've heard great things about it, but I didn't want to buy a full size because the full size is pretty pricey. And I'm not a primer person, so I'm excited to try it. My skin type is usually very oily, although the past few days I've been drier than the Sahara Desert. I'm not sure why. Ooh, okay, so I think I need to shake it because oil just kind of oozed out. Yeah, it kind of separated in the tube, but that's okay. So it looks kind of marshmallowy, like fluff, right? So let's throw this on. Ooh. It has like a fresh scent to it. By the way, I already did put on a moisturizer and a sunscreen like an hour ago or so. And that's quite nice. It feels like a moisturizer, basically, but it does have a little bit of stick to it, which I like. I like kind of grippy type things, so okay. That's nice. I would say probably on an oily day, I don't know that I would love this, but since I am more kind of feeling drier today, this might work for me. If you have oily skin and you've used this primer, let me know your experience with it. Okay, so I have 2 foundations. Actually, I have 3, hold on. I have 3 foundations from NYX. 2 of them I've had for a while. The Bare With Me Tinted Skin Veil, which is like one of my most favorite light coverage, basically a tinted moisturizer. It is absolutely beautiful. It's not like overly hydrating, so with oily skin, I can still wear this, and it just gives a beautiful light coverage for like an everyday look. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I think that they are discontinuing this if they haven't already, but I have seen it online in limited shades. So I wear the shade True Beige Buff, which is good for me in like the winter and spring. It's gonna probably start to be too light for me pretty soon, but I love this foundation. The second one is the Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation. I also love this foundation. It is the most beautiful, like it says, radiant foundation, but it's not overly dewy or super tacky. So again, with oily skin, I can't wear this for like a all day type of foundation because it will start to break up on me or get just a little oily. But if you have normal to dry skin, this is absolutely beautiful. It has more of a medium coverage. Honestly gorgeous. And the thing I love about NYX is they have a ton of shades and a ton of undertones. I am an olive undertone and it is really hard to find olive undertoned foundations, especially at the drugstore. I wear the shade Nude and this matches me perfectly. Like right now, again, as I get more tan, it will be a little too light, but it has an olive undertone, which I love. Love, love, love. And then the third foundation, I had this years ago when it came out and I got rid of it. I'm not sure why. I don't exactly remember. It was a long time ago. It is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation. So I repurchased this because it is a matte foundation and I am more oily now. I didn't used to be. So I'm interested to try this again with oily skin. Have you used this? If you have oily skin, let me know your experience, but I am excited to try this. I got the shade Medium Olive. It is probably gonna be too dark for me. Yeah, too dark for me right now, but as the summertime comes, I think it will match me a little bit better. So I think today I want to use the Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and I wanna mix just a little bit of the Born to Glow just to A, lighten it up, and B, make it a little less matte because today, like I said, today I'm feeling a little dry. So I just put like 1.5 pumps of the Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and I'm just gonna squirt out a little bit of the Born to Glow. I'm gonna take the back of a brush and just mix them together. It looks like it's probably gonna work. And then the next thing I just recently bought is their foundation brush. I have wanted to buy this brush for a long time because Jackie Aina actually uses this on her channel and she raves about it, and it is so soft, like way softer than I thought it was going to be, but it is also pretty small, so be aware of that. Like I have an IT Cosmetics foundation brush. I don't know if you can see, but it is quite a bit smaller. So I'm gonna use this to blend in the foundation. Okay, it's still way too dark, but we're going with it, okay? Way too dark. We're gonna have to blend this down the neck. First of all, it's way too dark on me, but that's okay. And I fear because it's a matte foundation that is going to oxidize, but that's okay. That's okay. Now, I will say this foundation brush was absolutely wonderful. I don't feel like it gave me any kind of like streaks on my face, and it is very dense, so I don't feel like it sucked up any of the product. But I will say, because it's small, it did take a little bit longer to blend in the foundation just because it's not covering a large surface area. But I really like this foundation brush. Definitely a good one for the drugstore. We're gonna have to bronze up the neck a little bit later. And the next product that is new to me that, again, I am probably the last person on earth to try, it is the Bare With Me Concealer Serum. This has been everywhere. I'm sure you guys have heard about it, obviously. I got mine in the shade Vanilla. I will tell you right off the bat, I am extremely picky when it comes to concealers because I have very, very, very creasy under eyes and very dark under eyes. I don't love most concealers. So I don't know, we'll see how I feel about that, but I'm just kind of going into it telling you that because there's very few concealers that I really like. I have tried the Born to Glow concealer from NYX. I like it for more of like a no makeup day because it's quite, I'd say light to medium coverage, and it's not matte. Like, it doesn't really last very long on me. So I've heard that this is similar to that concealer. So I don't love that it comes in a little pump, but whatever. I'm gonna pump some out on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna kind of dot this on my under eye. The color match looks pretty good. So I ended up just blending that out with my finger. It looks very much like the Born to Glow so far. I'm gonna do my other eye with a sponge. Just picked it up on the sponge here. Yeah, that concealer looks literally exactly the same as the Born to Glow. Like, it looks like a light to medium coverage. It looks very hydrating under the eyes. It looks nice. Let's see how long it lasts on me. So I have two powders from NYX. I have the Can't Stop Won't Stop pressed powder, which I picked up not too long ago. I did mention it in like a testing new drugstore makeup video. So I have been testing this out. And then I also have their loose powder. This is the Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder, and I have mine in the shade Light. So this one I've had for a while. I'm more familiar with. It's okay. It's not my favorite powder, but it's definitely a matte powder, and it definitely has a tint to it. So it's not translucent. So just so you know, I do like the packaging because it has like a raised center in the cap so that it basically covers the opening so a bunch of powder doesn't spill out while it's closed. I appreciate that. So I am gonna set my under eyes with the loose powder. I just prefer to do that personally. I like a pressed powder to touch up and also maybe do the rest of my face, but I am gonna set my under eyes with the loose powder. I'm also gonna do something that all the cool kids are doing nowadays. I got a bunch of these little powder puffs from Amazon, and I've seen a lot of people online powdering and setting their under eyes with one of these. So I'm gonna do it today. So I'm just gonna take the powder puff, get some of the powder on it, and I'm just gonna set. Well, that definitely applied the powder really nicely. And as you can see, it definitely mattified the concealer, and it definitely made it look just a little more flattened out, a little more blurred. Wow, that's really nice. Well, that was really nice. I enjoyed applying my powder like that. I will link these down below. They were very inexpensive. It came in a pack of like 10 powder puffs. So I'm gonna actually set the rest of my T-zone with this. I really like how the foundation is looking, I will be honest. Now, it's definitely matte. Like, it's already dried down to a matte, but it definitely looks very blurring. Even though the color is slightly too deep, it's actually not that bad. On camera, it probably doesn't even look that bad because of the lights. My under eyes are looking a little dry, but that's my eyes problem. My under eyes have been super dry lately. But after that concealer was set, it looks good. It looks pretty natural. You know, it's not like it's not claiming to be a full coverage concealer, but I prefer something a little more full coverage personally, but I like it. So far, I like it. Okay, I'm gonna throw some brow gel into my brows. I also did feature this in like the testing new drugstore makeup video that I recently uploaded, and this is the Thick It Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. I have mine in the shade Cool Ash Brown. I'm still testing it, okay? But I will give you some preliminary thoughts. It's okay. It's not my favorite tinted brow gel. I like hold. Like, that's what I look for in a brow gel. I don't look for thickening. So maybe this product just isn't for me. But with that being said, I don't feel like it really thickens my brows that much. And the wand is quite large, which again, for me is fine because I have thicker brows, but if you have more sparse brows, I don't know that you're gonna love this applicator because it is quite large. But I'm gonna run this through my brows. So that's with the brow gel in. It kind of just grooms them a little bit, adds a little bit of color, adds a little bit more of like filling in any sparse areas. It's pretty easy to use as well. Okay, and now the main reason why I wanted to do this video was because I bought 2 new products from the brand. So I bought the Wonderstick blush and the Wonderstick contour and highlight wand. So we're gonna try these out today. I'm super excited. So we're gonna start with the contour stick. On this side, I'm just gonna draw it straight onto my face where I would normally contour and bronze my face, which would be the perimeter. And I'm going to use a contour brush to blend that out. So this is the side with, and this is without. So it definitely gave me like a chiseled look, and I love the color of this. It is more like a neutral. It's not super cool tone. It's not super orangey warm tone. It looks really, really nice. Okay, I started to put it directly on this side, just right here, but I kind of want to go onto my brush. I usually prefer to do cream bronzers this way from the brush to my face versus drawing on the face. So let's see if that makes a difference. Yeah, see, I already prefer to do that. It gave a little bit more of a softer look. I can definitely tell that this is going to be a bronzer that lasts because it is not super emollient. Like, it's not super slippy. It is a little bit more, almost like a matte type of cream bronzer. Yeah, I like this side way better. So that's how I would suggest to apply it, is from the brush. That's what seems to work better for me. This side looks okay too, but it was just a little harder to blend. Now we're gonna go into the blush stick. Now on the package, it actually says that you should layer the blushes with the deeper blush first and then the lighter blush on top, and to go up above. So I'm gonna do that. I mean, I'm not gonna bring it all the way up, but I'm gonna put both blushes as they suggest onto my cheeks. So I'm gonna go with this darker shade first. I'm gonna go right above where the contour is. Then I'm gonna flip to the other side and put the brighter shade above. And I'm gonna take a brush and blend that out. So that's with the blush and without. I like it. It's definitely more of a pinky color. I don't really see a lot of peach there, even though it says peach. And once again, just like the contour stick, I feel like it's going to be a pretty long wearing blush formula because it was a little bit more of a matte formula. It's not super dewy or anything, but it's probably going to be long lasting. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side that I did over here. I'm going to apply it onto the brush, and I'm just gonna mix kind of both together. Now keep in mind, I am wearing a matte foundation, so your base may also affect like how it blends out. So I have it on the brush. I'm gonna go from the brush onto my cheek. Yeah, once again, automatically it's much easier to blend out, in my opinion, this way. So that took like half the time. So this is the side blended from the brush directly to my face. This is the side from the stick onto my face. So what do you think? What do you like better? I really like this side a lot. That blush is beautiful. And because I have oily skin, I feel like I am going to like this formula a lot. And I also like that you have 2 shades in one stick, which is really convenient, especially for travel. So you have a couple of different options. Pretty. Okay, and then last but not least, we're gonna go into the highlight side. The highlight, actually, if you look at it here in the stick, oh, that's not the highlight. That's why. I was gonna say it looks really dark. It looks lighter on my hand than it does in the tube, which I'm happy about. So I'm actually going to apply this directly onto my face, and I'm going to use my fingers to blend it out. Once again, this is definitely more of a drier formula. We're gonna bring it up above my eyebrow. That's pretty. Okay, now I'm going to kind of do what I've been doing on this side is I'm gonna actually go from my finger and then bring this directly onto my face and blend it out that way. Yeah, once again, automatically, I feel like it blends a lot easier. I feel like it sinks into my skin more, I think because of the warmth of my fingers pressing it into my skin. Yeah, that's quite nice. That's beautiful, actually. Really pretty. I feel like these work best for me personally if I use my tool or my finger to pick up the product and then apply it to my face versus drawing it on, just because it is a slightly drier formula, but that means it is probably going to last a pretty long time on the skin. I will say one thing, you are screwed if you lose these caps. Like, you're screwed. And the other thing, it's kind of inconvenient. I mean, it's not a big deal, but you know, if you take both caps off and you use the product, you have to put the caps on in order to put them down on the table, otherwise they roll away. So just be aware of that. Do not lose the caps or you're in trouble. I also just used the highlight side on the stick as my inner corner highlight, and it applied beautifully. Again, I went from the product with my brush and then put the brush to my eyes. So that seems to work out the best for me. Okay, now we're down to the final step, which is lips. Now, NYX has a lot of lip products in many colors, many formulas. I love a lot of their products for the lips. So the first one is their lip pencils. These are well known for a reason. They're really nice lip pencils. They are, the one that I have is it's just called the lip pencil, and this is in the shade Natural. This is a beautiful My Lips but Better shade. It's really, really nice and pretty long wearing because it is a real pencil. It's not like a retractable lip liner. I feel like these ones last a pretty long time. So I am gonna line my lips with this and fill them in. It literally looks like My Lips, but just more defined and more even. These are, like I said, they're an actual pencil, so they're not like the creamiest lip liners. If you're looking for something super creamy, these are not like the most creamy, but they are very long wearing and they're easy to control when you apply them. So I appreciate that. And the color Natural is beautiful. Okay, this product I've mentioned in like my video I did where I said the products I'm loving right now. I will link that down below, but this I featured in that video and I'm almost done with it, like 2/3 done. This is Milky Gloss in the shade Milk and Honey. I love this gloss. I think it is so nice. When I first bought it, I was really not that impressed by it, but the more that I'm using it, it is beautiful. It's a milky gloss. It's got this like warm nude color, but it's pretty sheer and it just makes your lips look really glossy. It feels beautiful on the skin. The smell is so nice and like sweet, like cupcakes, cookies, that type of thing, baked goods. I really enjoy this gloss. I'm almost done with it. So I'm gonna pop this on top. It's just a beautiful gloss. The last thing before we wrap this video up that I wanted to mention from the brand NYX that is one of my favorite products that is a must-have from the brand is their glitter primer. So I use this underneath every single shimmer that I ever use on my eyes when I do like a metallic or a shimmer shade, just because it helps the shadow to pop, but it also helps the shadow to adhere to your lid to prevent fallout and to prevent like things kind of falling apart throughout the day. So I highly suggest this if you're looking for something like that. I'm sure you guys have heard of this before. It's been around forever, but I really love this product. Okay, and that is it for a full face of NYX Cosmetics. What do you think? How do you think it turned out? I really like the look a lot and I enjoyed trying some new products. I'm gonna keep testing these new products and I will get back to you when I do like my speed reviews videos where I give you like more in-depth thoughts once I've had a chance to try out these products a little more. But so far, I really like the foundation. I like the concealer. I like these contour and blush sticks. When applied from a brush onto the face, I'm not the biggest fan of doing it directly, but again, I am wearing a matte foundation, so that might have something to do with it being a little harder to blend. I'm gonna have to try it with other base products underneath or even on bare skin. It might do better on bare skin that way. But of course, I will keep testing it and let you know. Let me know any of your thoughts on these products or anything I didn't use today. And I am thinking of doing like a ranking every single NYX product I've tried because there are so many more products that I've tried from the brand besides these ones I showed you today that I really like or things that I don't like that you might want to know about. So let me know if you would like me to do that. I had fun doing that video, so I did it with Milani. I will link that one down below. But give me your thoughts on any products that you love or hate from the brand. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, both beauty and fashion videos, and I'd love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye.